Okay, good morning, everyone. I apologize for not being able to communicate with you in person and then being present in there. I received an invitation from Professor Nade to be a guest speaker in this meeting today. But unfortunately, due to my teaching assignments, I start teaching at 10 a.m. and then my class ends at almost 1. I'm not going to be able to physically be present there. So I decided to create a video recording as part of my presentation and then share this with everyone. I had some trouble today getting the webcam on in my CCBC laptop, so I was not able to clearly virtually see you all, but I'm sharing this nice picture with all of you, and then I will think of this as my starting point of my nice conversation or presentation with all of you today. I'm Dr. Jane. I'm a faculty member in the Department of Mathematics at CCBC. I'm a faculty member in Department of Mathematics in Essex. I've been with CCBC since 2012. I started as a part-time faculty or an adjunct faculty. And then 1 year later, I joined CCBC as a full-time faculty. I was born in Albania, and I grew up in Albania. I did spend my young years of growing up as a child in Albania, going to the elementary school there, middle school, and then high school. I grew up in a family of 4. I had both my parents. My father was a college professor, and my mom teaching Albanian language in one of the middle schools in my city when I grew up. I come from a small city in Albania by the mountains. I was not too far from the mountains. As a matter of fact, I remember growing up as a child, waking up early in the morning on Sunday. During that time that I was in Albania, the school was 6 days a week. So I was going to school from Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m., the beginning of the school day, to 2:30 p.m., having blocks of 1 hour, 60 minutes, 6 or 7 of them during the entire school day. But the weekend was kind of like just one day. Sunday, I remember waking up early in the morning and then walking and then getting close to the bottom of the mountain and then preparing ourselves with my other friends to climb the mountain. And this was kind of like a routine that I did it as a child, and I grew up doing it during the years that I was in middle school and high school. My city was small, very friendly. One of those cities where everyone knew everyone. The neighbors were considered your part of your family, and then most of the children spend a lot of time playing outside. And then in addition to going to school and doing school activities, there was plenty of time to play outside. It was a city almost covered in snow from the beginning of September to the end of May. So I did a lot of skiing, and then I did skate a lot. Nowadays, I kind of like feel very surprised to myself that I'm not doing those things anymore, even though I enjoy skating. But it's not the same as I used to do it in the way of when I was a child and I was living in my old city, in my small city in Albania. I really enjoyed growing up in a family of educators. So, but at the same time, I was very close with my grandparents, and my grandfather loved mathematics, was very bright in mathematics. I believe I get the love of mathematics. I think I got that from him. He went in School of Economics and took advantage of being very bright in mathematics and then excelled in the School of Economics. but I grew up learning many things from him. And then one of them was growing up, learning how to deeply understand mathematics, do some critical thinking at a very early age, and then growing up with the idea of loving mathematics. I remember myself as a very young child, age 3 or 4, walking outside in my neighborhood and then going to the park with my grandfather. And then during the entire time that I was walking with him, all I remember doing was doing kind of like exercises, adding, multiplying numbers. At some point when I was like 5 years old, I started doing multiplication of numbers, double digits, such as multiplying 11 by 13 or 14 and so forth. And then I recall my grandfather giving me those mathematical tricks in the way that I was able to memorize things and then do them more like on a very natural way. So it came to me like in the way that once I got an understanding of it, I was doing it so quickly. By the way, without using any support from any electronic devices. And this is how I developed a desire to learn more about mathematics. And then at some point when I was a student in high school, I knew that studying mathematics was what I really enjoy doing and then what I learned to love. And then this is how I came up with a decision to continue going to a major that was related to mathematics. Once I finished my undergraduate study in pure mathematics in Albania, I enjoyed. I started looking for a job as a college most recent graduate. And then it happened during that time, there was a transition time politically in Albania. It happened that a group of faculty members and teachers from different countries of the world, most of them European countries, decided to open a special school in Albania where students had the opportunity to learn all subjects in English as well as in their native language, Albanian language. But then they had the opportunity to study abroad and then have a very special program that has the design very similar to what we are really learning in high schools, what everyone learns in high schools around the world, and mainly in the high schools in most of the European countries. It was a special program that was adopted very well in Albania, and then had the first year was a very successful year. During that time, faculty members from different higher education institutions in Europe, some of them from the United States, joined a group of teachers that started off by volunteering hours. Almost 90% of them came from different countries, volunteering hours to build these schools and then create a brand new institution in Albania, a private institution, that with the desire to expand this particular program and make it a popular program in Albania. I was in the second year of, that was the second year after I graduated with a degree in pure mathematics, and then I was still looking for a job. I had some opportunities to do some long-term substitute in some of the public institutions in Albania, but I was not able to find a full-time job. And this is due to many issues that Albania was facing during that time. It was a time of challenge politically and economically as well. The different positions in these particular institutions were advertised. During that time, social media was not popular. I'm referring to the years 1993, 1994. So in one of the city newspapers, local newspapers, they advertised positions in mathematics, more than one. They were asking for recent graduates with knowledge in mathematics, but knowledge in English as well. So taking advantage of my knowledge in English language and mathematics, I thought I had everything that I needed to apply for the job. Of course, I used some references from my professors, and then I was able to land the job. And then at the end of academic year 1993, I secured the job, and then I started September 1st as my first year with a full-time job in one of the private foreign institutions in Albania, more like a design of prep school with the goal of preparing students to go to four-year institutions or higher education. And this was the job that I had for 2 more years in Albania before, unfortunately, the political and economical issues took a different turn, a turn that ended up causing a lot of trouble in Albania. Because of that, a civil war started in Albania for about 6 months, and that was the time that most of the people were thinking to escape and leave the country. Never in my mind during those years in 1996, I thought that I was going to leave Albania. I loved my job. I had a dream job, and then I was doing so well. But because of the riots and then everything else, the building got destroyed. Everything that was created was lost within 2 or 3, 24 hours, 48 hours. So I saw myself with no job and nothing. During the time that I was teaching, and I was in my second academic year teaching at this institution, it is Preka College Institution. It's a wonderful institution. I had the opportunity to, before I got the job, during that year that I was unemployed, I was trying to do different applications to continue with a graduate school outside Albania, in a different country, in a country that was more like a European country, but also did applications in the US as well. And then I was accepted in many different institutions to continue my graduate study. But because of getting my dream job and then doing so well, I put them on hold. And then I said, okay, I'm not going to look at them, because if I go through the process of officially applying and doing what it takes to go through the full process of application, I knew maybe I'm going to change my mind, and then I will continue my education. So because of that dream job, I put those things on hold and then never looked back. But as I said, the changes in political environment and then economical issues in Albania forced me to open up those applications. Whatever was put on hold now became a reality. I started looking at those things. I said, it's time for me. Everyone is leaving. It's time for me. As much as I love my country and love the job that I'm doing, at that time I had no job. Many things were destroyed due to riot and then other things that happened during that time in Albania. Then immediately I responded with a yes, and then this is how I ended up coming in the US to continue my graduate study in applied mathematics, which eventually led me to changing my life forever. So once I finished the graduate study in Albania, then I started looking for a job, but at the same time, since I did very well in my graduate study, got a master's degree in applied mathematics, I thought of continuing my education and getting into the PhD program. So I started thinking of applying. Again, at the same time, I became a mother, and then I had my family with 2 children. So sometimes those things they're not blocking you from dreaming and then making your dream a reality, but there are at some point in your life, some other priorities. So I had to take care of my daughter, who was very young, and then my son at the same time. So again, the dream to continue with my doctoral degree was put on hold, but only for a few years, and then became a reality once I joined the program and successfully finished the program to get my doctoral degree. At this point in my life, I see my education and professional life as a journey that had ups and downs, as everyone's journeys looks like. But I'm very pleased with my education journey, and very pleased with the education that I had in my home country, and then the education I got in the United States. I have a dream job. I love teaching students. I enjoy working with students, and then enjoy sharing my life experience with them. And when I got this opportunity, I said, okay, even though I have a teaching schedule, I need to find a way to share my journey with everyone else. This is how we learn from each other, and this is how we get motivated to do our best. As far as teaching at CCBC, I enjoy teaching mathematics, but at the same time, I'm a coordinator of the global education program, so I enjoy implementing global applications into my math courses. 4 years ago, I started teaching one of the STEM core designs at Essex campus. It's been almost 8 semesters together teaching the STEM core. It is a special design of the course funded by the National Science Foundation that allows students to complete 2 upper-level math courses in 1 semester. This particular design that started almost 5 years ago now is very popular, and then it is expanded in different community colleges throughout the US. Initially started with just one community college in the state of California. And then I'm very happy to say that Baltimore County Community College of Baltimore County was the first community college in the eastern side of the United States, and the only one in the Mid-Atlantic region to be selected to be part of this grant program and be part of this course design. There are 2 faculty members teaching this course, one at Catonsville, one at Essex. I'm the one teaching at Essex. The course consists of, as I said, completing pre-calculus 2 and calculus 1 in just 1 semester. And then since the course started, we've seen tremendous success, and then some very high success rate with all the students attending the courses, every single one of them part of the STEM program. The course design, and then as a faculty member teaching and then be part of this program, I really enjoy what I'm doing. And then, as you all know, nothing makes an educator prouder than seeing the students succeed in their life. So as far as I know, as an educator with now a very long professional career in the education field, almost over 18 years in the higher education field, I think that teaching is not all about learning. It's about building confidence in students to help them drive to succeed. As far as me being part of this STEM program, out of everything I've experienced teaching the STEM course, I value commitment. I value dedication. I value the opportunity to teach students mathematics skills that they need to go out in the world and then succeed. This experience gave me the opportunity to be my students' biggest cheerleader by constantly checking their progress, providing support during class, office hours, tutoring, encourage them to be successful, spending extra time to get them through difficult concepts in mathematics. When it comes to academic success, we faculty and students need to work together. And then this mentorship program is what I really think. I see this mentorship program as a benefit on both sides. It is an opportunity for the faculty to share their own experience and then teach students to strive to do their best. But it is an opportunity for students to be part of it and learn from their peers and learn from their academic advisors, faculty members, and mentors. So as a mentor, as part of the CES program, and then as a mentor for the STEM program, I can share with you today that it's been a rewarding experience. It's been one of those experiences when you think, you look back and then you think, oh my God, the students are becoming our best cheerleaders, are succeeding in their own field, are leading now in different professional fields, are joining higher education institutions, top-notch institutions. They're getting scholarships. So in addition to doing other things, is this mentoring program that I believe is playing a crucial role in making or creating a success and making this a successful story. As part of what I do at CCBC that I think everyone else will benefit and then will find this very interesting, as I mentioned, I'm also a coordinator of global education program. And then being part of global education for the past 5 years, I learned to see the connection and understand the importance of global learning. Understand the importance of implementing the global factors and then global topics and connect them with the topics that we teach in our everyday classrooms. So in collaboration with another faculty members, Professor Jignaz Arami, and using the knowledge on the global education and global learning and global platform, we decided to work together with a very important goal to create applications and mathematical assignments that are including global components. So we started small by creating some global project and then implementing them in our math courses. And then we expanded after a year of work, expanded our work to fully globalizing 2 sections of pre-calculus 2. I'll be happy to use this Zoom platform and then share with you. I'm currently sharing the application, but I would like to share with you some simple examples that we created, examples that include very simple topic that you sometimes think, oh my God, this is indeed a global topic that can be easily implemented into our math courses. I find these applications and this project that we created very important and very rewarding, and applications where students see the opportunity to learn many things, when they see the opportunity to connect what they learn in the classrooms with the real life applications. And the applications that we created are as simple as working with this special bear, the panda bear, and looking at some data that shows the decrease of number of panda bears around the world, and then what the scientists and the biologists are doing to preserve them because of the importance that they have and how special they are. Or applications where we are able to connect some knowledge that you learn in the mathematical content, such as trigonometric functions, the law of sine and cosine, and connect it with some very special topics that you see in your or read or during the time you watch TV, such as famous landmarks around the world. So we created projects asking our students to identify some special landmarks around the world, identify the shape, draw the shape of those landmarks, provide some history of the landmark, provide the country where the landmark is located, important and interesting facts about the landmark, and then share the information with the other classmates. And students generated and created some projects that amazed us all, amazed their classmates, amazed the instructors. They came up with some great ideas, and then they were able to share in a very exciting way what they learned and how rewarding this experience was for them. So I thought of sharing this information with you, just a little bit of what I'm doing in terms of teaching and working as a faculty member at CCBC, but as a mentor as well. And then I'm going to close this presentation. Notice that due to some technical issues with my webcam, and that's why I'm recording this very late tonight, because I tried to fix the issue. I was not able to do it. But I'm sharing a very nice photo that brings some great memories to me. It's a trip that we took over the summer at CCBC with a group of faculty members in the Med Department here at Essex and Catonsville. And in collaboration with WWF, stands for the World Wildlife Fund, and a group of students from the honors program, we got the opportunity to get some data, interviews that were taken on the ground on different regions of the world, and then work statistically with the students to organize the categorical data and be able to analyze them and draw some conclusions, and work for the first time at CCBC with a group of students in the form of an undergraduate research setting, and produce some excellent research work that was published. And because of that, we were invited to present at the 16th International Conference that was held over the summer during the month of August at the Cambridge University in the UK. So the photo that you see there is from the King's College, located at the center of Cambridge. We had the opportunity to be there for almost a week, and then be able to present the findings of this wonderful undergraduate research. So I'm going to close my presentation with this high notes of giving you some information about wonderful programs that are taking place at CCBC, wonderful programs that you can be part of it, and then programs where students get the opportunity to learn, opportunity to do some research, and then be well prepared to succeed. And then with these high notes and then this wonderful picture from Cambridge University, I would like to say thank you to all of you. I would like to apologize for not being in person and then with my face virtually present to all of you, but sharing a little bit about my long education story and then my professional life, a little bit about it. I would like to say, enjoy the rest of the day and then enjoy the day today. Thank you so much for this presentation, and goodbye.